What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Neg Entropy Chronicles. Do what it does down there in the corner. How it says like, share, comment, and subscribe. Do it for your boy. I need some help. It's free. Show your boy some love, alright? Now, what I'm going to be talking about is a video with Ben Shapiro talking to a college student. And when you debate with people, we always want to make sure that when we're debating, we're getting our points across without going to an aspect of insulting the other individuals. Because sometimes when you insult those other individuals, you can lose the crowd because now they find you disingenuous and childish in your argument. So Ben Shapiro is at this college and he's doing his regular 1-2 where he's giving his perspective on things. So I want y'all to see how it looks when someone comes in and doesn't understand the meaning of debate. Let's go ahead and get into it, all right?
Hello, my name is Quentin Merritt. I'm a mathematician and a physicist here, a double major, and I also just won the most prestigious award in the country to pursue research at any institution I want, the National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellowship. So I think I'm pretty, qualified to say that most of what you're saying is based on, old data. But my question to you,
I
so I want you all to, realize that.
Last month, but sure.
For example, gender identity disorder, that's the DSM-4, bro. We use the DSM-5 now for psychologists to be able to talk about...
I literally cited the DSM-5 in the speech, and it's called gender dysphoria, which is a term that I use throughout the speech, not gender identity disorder.
You sound like a bozo, bro. And you get no pussy, and you can't even make your wife wet, bro, so what's good?
So, let me just say, the nice thing about having several small children, I don't feel the necessity to have my masculinity.
If we're using a Western colonial idea of gender, then why should it apply? If we're using, because the gender binary is a Western colonialist framework of gender.
You're right. Men and women don't exist in any other culture.
No. Think about Native American.
Nailed it.
Third gender people. I'm not saying that. Third gender people exist in Native American societies, Western African societies, like Southern Native American societies, like Mexico. So in other places that are not white dominated,
and
like the United
incorrect.
States or Europe, and so you're saying white, so non-white
incorrect.
people. I'm a mathematician and a physicist. You cannot tell me.
So I have a question.
And also, you're not a biologist.
So I have a question.
I'm 20.
As a mathematician and a physicist, what in the hell do you know about human biology?
And you got your law degree from Harvard. What do you know about biology? You got your law degree from Harvard.
And frankly, I would ask another question. If your logic is so flawed as a mathematician and a physicist, I would suggest that whichever institution gave you an award, revoke it immediately.
So, I'm going to be honest, Ben destroyed him. And the reason being is because the person came in there with emotion, full emotion. And you want to bring up, I'm a mathematician and a physicist. Both have nothing to do with gender or biology, studies, biological studies, things like that. So, you're just throwing some stuff out there. But you could tell that young man was emotional and really just wasted his own time, because the moment that he threw that insult out about first he mocked him, because think about it like this. So Ben's talking, he was like, you're quoting the DSM-4. Now these are the medical books that they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 and down are outdated, they no longer use them, they're up to DSM-5. So if you're trying to quote stuff from DSM-4, it's no longer relevant, which would then discredit your arguments if you say, oh, well, the DSM-4, no one uses it. That's been removed. Like something might have been removed or something might have been added. So when this young dude tries to bring up the DSM-4, he was like, no, I cited the DSM-5. He started to mock him. And he's like, you sound dumb, bro. Now, you also say, and you don't get no booty from your wife. First off, this is a debate. Why are you bringing up wives? Why are you talking about, private time activities in a debate about gender? You see what I'm saying? Because truth be told, so you're saying that only men and women, right? Like it would have been bad because I like roasting people. But I also want people to understand, when you debate like that and you start to do the insults, you lose the crowd. And that's the point of the debate, is to keep the crowd on your side. That's what makes the debate work. So when you seen him do the insults, everybody started booing. And then what did Ben say? He said, hey, the fact that I have small children, I have the ability not to go into it about my masculinity. And it's that community makes it difficult for people to communicate with them when they're always emotional, when they always want to yell, when they always want to bombard the conversation with rhetoric instead of rhetoric like, oh, you're a phobe, you don't know what you're talking about, this and this, it's your old data, things like this. You can't expect to have an actual open conversation when you're just throwing insults and rhetoric to stop them from talking. All you're gonna do is give credence and power to that group who's against yours. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm starting to notice. I read this article. It blew my mind. It was a transgender doctor who was helping people transition. Is now saying that this is getting out of hand. They're down to 13-year-olds who are just getting hormone therapy versus getting psychological care, like making sure that what they're wanting to do is legit and they're not doing it just for a trendy thing. And some people are upset about it, but if this person who in her 40s was like, no, I'm not a man, I'm a woman, didn't get the transition until the 50s, then actually had the surgery in their 60s, would tell you that they're noticing something different compared to a lot of people. You said the 40s to the 60s. That's 20 years worth of work. You're talking about a 13-year-old kid who hasn't even hit puberty probably, knows what they want to do there, but you can't even let them go get a job. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's moments where you have to sit, think, and look at it like, does this child really know what's going on? So, yeah, you need to do some psychiatric work with them. And this particular doctor is debating on if she should continue doing the work or just back out now because of the wave that she is noticing that's coming. But I don't know. Maybe I'll put the link down in the description. But let me know what y'all think down in the comment section about that debate. You know, I gave you my perspective. And for anybody that wants to debate, remember, you have to be respectful, professional, and be knowledgeable of what you're talking about. And don't lose your cool. Keep the emotion at the door because logic is always going to prevail, as you saw in this moment there. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. Be on the lookout for more videos. All right, everybody? Peace.